Hello YouTube, it's Justin, the instrument, electronics, and paranormal investigator guy. How's everybody doing today? Today what I have for us is a very damaged 24 bass student accordion. It's antique. What's wrong with it is we have a bunch of broken buttons, and inside here is a bunch of reeds that are, broken too. Right now if I try to play it, that's what it sounds like. It doesn't sound very good. Also, I'll take the tape off here and I'll show you something else. I have some, I'll have to tilt you down a little bit so you can see on the table here. But I just took some tape off, and this is a strap that's important and it's not held on by anything. So just give me a sec here. Sorry if I put my finger over the display. Okay, so now you can see on here, we got some screws here. Okay, these are from another accordion that I have. And then I got this little little panel here, also from another accordion I have. Get these tools out of the way here, so you can see a bit better. So yeah, this accordion here needs a lot of help. So when you're repairing an accordion like this, one of the hardest things to fix is the bass side with the buttons, because every single shaft for the buttons is set to a specific position. So if you mess that up, the accordion, and you forget where the specific button went, good luck, because they're a specific pattern, and if you mess up that pattern and you can't remember how that pattern went, well, you're gonna have a headache and a half trying to get it back the way it was. So make sure you keep the pattern in order. So there's no screws, and I'm guessing these 4 screws from this other one, accordion that I had, would go in the back here to hold this, because that's the way it went on the other accordion I had. Because I saved lots of screws and stuff like that, so I can't seem to get the back off by finger, so I'm gonna try to, there we go. So I just got the back off of it. So here's our back. And this is a wooden accordion. It's not one of those plastic kind of accordions, it's wood. So this is original Hohner accordion. Oh yeah, that'll do it. Okay. So I don't know if you guys can see on camera. Hopefully you can see that. But there's a bunch of bent shafts. They're all bent and some of them are out of place. Okay, well, all right. I gotta take this entire assembly out. So there's just some screws to take out. Now, some people out there, lots of people out there that own very expensive accordions still pay thousands of dollars to get them fixed. You really don't have to pay that much to get them fixed. You just have to know where to basically pick up the parts for it. And if you can get the parts from a good retailer, and I'm not talking about eBay either. eBay is not the place to get parts for accordions, because lots of times you'll get scammed. Unless you know the specific seller. If you know a seller, then fine, that's cool. Then that's, But if you don't know the seller, don't buy parts off eBay. Because what you're probably gonna get is another accordion or another part that's defective and not working. So, yeah. Some sellers though on eBay are trustable. Amazon for sure. But Amazon doesn't have that whole lot of accordion parts. Honestly, depending on the price of the part that is actually on eBay, if the seller's a good seller, you gotta look at the rates, you gotta look at the comments, and make sure that, you know, the seller's trustable. And then you can purchase those parts. Also, you don't want to end up buying a part that looks the same, but then when you get it, you realize that it's a very cheaply made part that's not what you ordered. So if you order a reed that's supposed to be metal, sometimes what you do is you'll order it thinking it's a metal part, but it's actually a plastic part. You know, you don't want to have that happen to you. It's not good. All right, so I got the whole bass side out. And I see the problem. So, not so much. Okay, put this over here. Let you guys see here. Come on, focus. See all those nice bent. Well, I'm putting my hand behind there so it blocks out the light in behind so you can see those better. Anyway, they're very badly bent. And sometimes when they're that badly bent, they can't be straightened without breaking stuff. So on this front side, we have these little mini screws that allows me to take each and every one of these out. So, oh man, I think the shafts are bent too. This one's gonna be a fun one, just to get the actual left side up and running. Well, there's one broken part. So now, let's unlatch it and see if we still get that scary sound. Okay, that was just my leg being attached, pressing down on the buttons accidentally. Or the keys, I meant, not buttons. So as you can see now, guess what? No more of those problems. So what we have here is barely a leak at all. But we have no scary sounds coming out of her anymore. And as you can see, all these ones here, they all press down nice and easily. So there's no problems there. So, I am gonna have to take this accordion apart further than what it is right now. But what I would like to do before doing so is just fix pretty much what I'm about to say is do one job at a time. Don't do several jobs at a time, because if you take more apart than just the bass right now, then you just got a pile of a mess and it can end up really bad. It's like this other accordion I'm working on. I started working on the reeds and then I've realized I gotta get these chips and this out of here. Ooh, that was close. I got like a bag of chips and a towel right by these little screws for this other accordion and I almost knocked them onto the floor. That would not have been good. Sorry if I'm in the way of the camera there. I'm just grabbing a few things and I'll show you what I just grabbed. So what I just grabbed is a pair of these tweezers. I gotta refix them again because they got bent. I gotta buy some new tweezers soon. Trying to There we go. Now they're grabbing again. So tweezers are back, slightly bent far apart. It's a little easier to press them in. So now I got tweezers. Okay, so I wonder if I need it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need a smaller flathead. Yeah, that's not even it's not even grabbing. Sometimes this little nail files will work as screwdrivers. Yep. Totally worked. I can't even get that barely in my hand. I don't know if you guys can see that. But there's a little tiny little screw. As a matter of fact, so you get a better look at it, considering I just fixed these tweezers. There's the little screw there. Come on, focus. Focus on it, not on me. There, can you guys see that little screw? I'll put it right here. I'm gonna tilt this downwards a little more so you guys can see. Okay, so you guys will be able to see me somewhat in the picture. I'm gonna try. Oop. Okay, I think that's a bit better. Now you guys will be able to see me a little bit easier. So we got our little screw right here. This is one of those ones. I'll put it up in the back a little bit more so you can see that easier. So right here is one of those little tiny little screws off of where the reeds, not reeds, but the piece that holds the little button shafts in place. I'm gonna take all these screws out. Now these are not mixed up. They're not mixed up at all. This will be the first time I work on this accordion. And pretty much when I got the accordion, you press the buttons down and all they would do is the ones that I showed you how they were not sprung back up, they'd go down and then they would just stay down. And then the upper row then would spring back, but not these ones. So all these were sticking down, but the other ones were springing back. So then when I looked at it, I just gave up on it right away because it was just going to be too hard to work because the bass side was so badly mangled because the person before, this came from an antique shop, okay? So, when I got from the antique shop, it was as is, not working. So I took like a risk at buying it because I thought, oh, it's just sticking buttons, are easy to fix. Well, the original owner that owned this accordion back in the time when it was probably brand new, when it had one or two probably one or two of these were slightly sticking, and the owner tried to fix it, they went and bent all of these shafts. And when they bend that bad, most of the time when you go straighten them, they'll just snap. and they'll break and ray in half. And that's exactly why I gave up on it at that time, because I thought, well, if I straighten them, it's just gonna break. But I'm not gonna give up on it. I'm picking it up again. So I'm gonna make a video and I'm gonna show you guys how to fix a 24 bass side, and how to replace reeds on reed blocks in an accordion, because this one needs new reeds, because also there was broken reeds in there too, but that's not going to be hard for me to fix. Ooh, those are, I'm trying to push up these little shafts that come straight out, and these ones are like this, straight down, and I can't push them back up. So this thing is damaged, and it's damaged to the point where I'm gonna do my best, but no guarantees. It is a vintage accordion. It's probably from 1930s, something like that. All wooden. It's, well, all wooden except for the front piece and the keys and stuff like that. But the body of the accordion's actual wood, which is actually quite rare. Okay, so fun part. So we got a master. So we got this guy. So what I gotta do is I gotta hold this up like this in my hand, because we're gonna have to put them in a row like this. So here's number one. Have a look at that. See how it's wobbly? Shouldn't be wobbly like that. It should be perfectly straight. Notice how it's like, see that? It's supposed to be a straight piece. It's all bent up. That's, yeah, that's not good. Here's another one. This is one of the buttons. If you look at that carefully, you can see that it's bent. There's no wonder this thing isn't, oh, that is, I can barely even pull this out. It is in there tight. There we go, I finally got it. Oh, that is wrecked. I wouldn't be surprised if these just snapped in half when I went to straighten them. Look at this one. It's like a rainbow. It's completely bent. See, this thing, like I said earlier, is from the 30s, 1930s. So when metal's that old, it breaks. It will break if it's, you know, too far bent. Bent again. I feel sorry for this poor accordion. See, if the original owner that sold it to the pawn shop didn't mess with it and left it well enough alone, then I could have fixed it very easily, because all I would have had to do is take this side out, take some isopropyl alcohol on a brush, like a toothbrush, and just clean it down, and it would have been fine. Got one here that's trying to get mixed up, and I'm not gonna let that happen. I've fixed like pain in the neck bass sides before that are, you know, one of the hardest repairs ever, and the hardest ones is the 120 bass sides. And I've done it. I've actually got them back together. One accordion I did, and it was actually a 140 bass, what is the name? Wurlitzer accordion. And 140 bass, 140 buttons. You know how much work that is? Like, I did it and I got it. And half of them were sticking down. And like I said, the isopropyl alcohol and the brush and I had the accordion up and running and playing. Look at this. That's just not good. I hope they don't snap when I go to straighten them. These are in there so tight. There's another bent one. I'm pretty sure what this owner did is they took probably a screwdriver or something and just bent the shit out of them. You don't do that with instruments. You got to be gentle with instruments, because these are also supposed to be a specific, like they might, some accordions have a specific bend so they connect to the little pins that come up a certain way, but these ones are supposed to actually be straight, and then they're cut to the right, you know, key. They're not supposed to be bent sideways or bent in half or whatever it is. This one's so bent that it's going into the other one here. Oh man. Look at this. And that's pretty bad, man. It's pretty bad. I don't know. Another one I'm going to do repair on, and I can play it, is once it's fixed, is a diatonic button accordion, which is like a harmonica. One sound one way, different sound the other. Chromatics are the same sound both ways, but instead of keys, it's buttons. So this one's in there nice and pretty nice and easily. I can actually move it back and forth. And check how nice and straight that is. Like, if you look at it this way, notice how it's not bent like the others? This one's perfectly fine. This one looks good. So at least that one didn't get mangled, you know. Okay, here's another demonstration. Here's another one. This is a button one. See how nice and straight that is? Not bent. All looks real nice. No bends. Nice and straight. So, there's definitely a few of them that are pretty good. There's another nice and straight one. So there's a few that are straight. So what's probably happening is ones that are bent are stopping the straight ones from being able to press down. Oh, here we're going to the bent ones again. Oh no. I just noticed something. Yeah, those are bent too. Some of the shafts that are coming straight up are bent sideways. They're actually bent and they're not supposed to be that way. Well, I'm still not gonna give up. I'm gonna still give it a try. But it's so bent that I can't even take this one. Let's see if I can push it up there where you guys can see it. See where my hand is moving right there? I'm just gonna pull it real hard. There we go. This one here was really stuck. And you know what? It's pretty straight. Here's one that's just, if I put it this way, you see it's just bent. It's not bad, but it is slightly bent. This was a good metal though. A pretty good metal. Just moving some parts out of the way here so I can keep doing repairs, or doing repairs, lining out all the keys here. So you can see how I'm keeping them in a nice line. I'm not, you know, just putting them in random spots and making sure they're in order. Yeah, there's another one, slightly bent. Now when accordion sounds sick and this tuning doesn't sound quite right, sometimes you can clean the reeds and then they'll come back and work right again, and other times they just continuously sound bad. So then that's where you pop that reed off the block, find the same sounding one from another accordion's reed block. Now when you replace that, you have to make sure the other side isn't supposed to be a match sound, and if it is, you got to replace that other side with another identical sound like that, even if that other side works. So it's not bad. That seems pretty straight. Might have a very slight bend, but it's pretty straight. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I might luck out. Might only be that one that's bent like that for the rods. Ooh, look at that. You guys see that? That's really bent. That's not very good, man. That is screwed up. Okay, well guys, I'm gonna keep taking these out. And I'm just gonna put them down now. You've seen the few bent ones there. I'm just gonna take them all out now. Ooh, another nice loose one. That one's not bent. I like it when you find you're going through the accordion and you find a whole bunch of them that are not bent. Because then you go, okay, well, now I can do my work and not have to worry about fixing a whole bunch of bent rods. Oh, there's another really bad one. I bet the pin coming up to that is bent. This is why this bass side was completely defective and not operational. Here's another nice straight one. Yeah, it's pretty bent, you guys. There's a lot of bent ones that are, that one's straight. Ah, don't drop it. That was close. We have flying keys, flying buttons. Oh man, I gotta show you guys this one. Look at how badly bent that is. It's not good. This one's bad too. There's a lot and a lot and a lot of bent shafts here. It's like a clock. When you're repairing a clock, if the gear shafts are bent, most of the time if you straighten them, they will actually snap. I'm really hoping that I'm really hoping when I straighten these that they don't actually break. Because to find another accordion like this is pretty hard. And this is an old vintage accordion, like this is a collector's item. Okay, so now that I got that dealt with, we need to try to straighten these as straight as possible to see which ones are actually bent and which ones are not. So I'm gonna guarantee you there's gonna be bent ones in here. Okay, so I'm looking through them. There's definitely a bunch of bent ones in here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what happens when you bend a bunch of stuff like that. Are they gonna stay straight? Okay, come on, stay straight. Don't fold back down. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see that, but on the one side there that I'm pointing to you, this side here, down right here, there's a whole bunch of, there's 4 or 5 that are bent. And then there's this side. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is, here's where my tweezers come in hand. This kind of old metal will break if it's too rough handled. Okay, so how's that looking now? So what I'm doing right now is I'm just trying to straighten the come on. When I get to a certain point, oops. When I get to a certain point, I can use my hand. Put my hand right there so it doesn't continuously. That looks a bit better. Okay. So the one that was bent is now nice and straight, not crooked. Those are crooked ones there, so I will fix those. And then we're gonna have some fun with straightening a bunch of buttons. And then once you're straightened, then we'll put it back in the accordion. And well, we'll see if they work. This one's the most scaring me. It's so bent sideways. You know what? It's not bad. I'm gonna use my pliers though. My pliers get a better grip on this stuff like this. That looks pretty good. I want to make absolutely certain, you guys. What is that noise? I hear a moaning. Don't think that's anything to worry about. Oh, that's the heater. That's normal. That's normal. That's just what they do when they're on. They moan a little bit. I want to see which ones are still somewhat not straight. Okay, I see 2 of them right there. The other one was crooked. How's it now? Still crooked. Beautiful. I'm looking at one that's really crooked. It's always a risk straightening these little pins out because there we go. So I got them all nice and straight. There is no longer, from eye view, my eyes, I'm trying to, yeah, eye view, of me looking at these pins. I'm not seeing, I always like to double check that I'm not missing one that actually is needing a little bit of assistance. I'm just not, they all look good. Okay. Yeah, they're just gonna fall down now because they're such in good shape. Before they wouldn't even do that. So you can see how they're all nicely straightened. They're beautiful. These are all good. So this part I'm about to put in front here, or actually I'll put it on the side so it's out of our way. That part I just showed you, it's fixed. Okay, everything's good. So all those rods, none of them snapped, which is thumbs up. Now's the fun part. So this is where I want to get rid of these pliers. Actually, no, I want to keep the pliers because they do the better job at straightening stuff. Okay. I just want to have a look here. So what I like to do is I like to put them inside the wooden case so I can see what needs to actually be straightened. Okay, so so I got a bit straighter. Doesn't look as bad. Okay, I'm not liking the way this has. Wait, go back in. It's not super loose in there, like perfectly super loose, but if I push up on it and then push down the piece, it'll work. just forward. Right where the okay, there we go. I'm pretty certain this one's now fixed. You can see how straight that is. So I'm gonna say that's number one. Whoop. Number one ready. I'm gonna keep it this way. I'm hoping this will work, you guys. With all these in here, oh yeah, that'll work. So we got number 2 complete. This does take time, you guys. It really does take time. You don't want to rush this kind of work. Because when you rush it, you end up busting things. You know, that looks pretty good. Okay. So we have number 1 there fixed, number 2 there fixed, number 3. Yep, number 3 is fixed. What I have to do is move it back and forth, and if it's nice and loose like that, then I know it'll work. Got another rainbowy looking one. I like just to test it by putting it in the wood and moving it back and forth. If it moves fairly easy, then I know it's gonna be fine. Here's another rainbowy one. Almost all of them look like that one I just showed you there. They're like rainbowy and bent. Just give it a bit of a so it's number 4. Something doesn't feel right. Well, might be right here. But that's good enough. It seems pretty decent. Or it may come back to life, you guys. Okay, so now I'm going to say that one's pretty good too. Ew, that one's really bent. Oh, that is bad. Yeah, that one's kind of destroyed. All right, time to straighten it. Okay, let's give that a try. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, that one seems to be pretty good. Oh man. It's all of them that are. This one is mangled. This is why this accordion was as is. Seems pretty good. We'll give that a try. We're getting closer to the end, but you know, you guys, there's a lot more bends. Yep, that one's ready. that one there. Those two look okay. This one looks okay. I don't see any bends in those ones. So coming up here, this one is slightly, I'll have a look at it. Yeah, it has a very, 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 very slight bend right there to it. I'd say even right there like that. Probably brought this key back to working condition. Yeah, wasn't a very hard. Wasn't a hard fix, guys. Oh yeah, before I get too far into this, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you like this video, smash the like button. And turn on notifications. I hope everybody's enjoying this video. And I hope this video is also helpful to whoever needs an accordion fixed, because as I'm saying, these parts are delicate, but if you're careful enough and you take your time, you can fix stuff that that one's ready. That breaks down. Just gonna have a look at this guy because he looks pretty nice. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that piece. That's nice and straight. Some of the parts, some of the rods were still okay. There's just certain ones that were bent. Like the one I'm about to pick up is definitely bent. It's still slightly bent right there. So you can just try in random spots and that one's straight. This one is not straight, it's slightly bent. And when I say slightly, like it's not bent as bad as some of those other ones that we straightened. This one's bent. Okay. Now let's give that a shot again, let's see what it does. That's fine. Some accordions that you get are so damaged that there won't be a single part that's not bent. It'll all be bent. Well, that looks pretty good. Yeah, that one's nice and straight. Already nice and straight. And this piece is not nice and straight, it is mushroomed. It is bent. So this one's all fixed up. So this accordion is doing a very, very, very good job. And it's doing very well. None of the parts are snapping. So one thing I can do to test out a key to make sure it's actually working is I put in a spot where there's a bunch of shafts. Make sure they get straight so they can I want to find the right spot. There it I'd say this one probably goes over on the right here. Or is this the one spot? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, it'll be fine. It will be fine, you guys. That'll work. Oop, careful, we don't want to mix them up. That one will work perfectly fine. I'm looking at another one here. Is that another straight one or is it slightly bent? This one seems to be straight too. Just from eyeballing it, it looks pretty straight. Okay, here's another bendy, mushroomed. Try to, try to get as straight as possible. And then just put in a random, ooh, that's not, nope, that's not happy. Okay. How about now? Oh, there we go. Now it's happy. All right, gently set that thing down. I'm hoping after I get it straight enough. Oh yeah, right there, whoop. Right there, it's bent too. How about that? Is that better? It still seems like I have a slight bend right here. How about that? Is that gonna... At least one that I can push up on that and see if it's gonna... it's right here. This one looks. I'd say that feels pretty loose. We'll give it a try. It looks to me, what I'm looking at, it looks pretty straight. So I'm pretty certain once it's together and all the parts are in, it'll be okay. And if it needs a slight adjustment, well, I can adjust it once it's together, okay? So I just had to make sure these are all not bent. That's still pretty bad. Let's give that one a, put that one in. This end piece right here is completely been bent. Try that again. Oh yeah, this one's damaged. Try as straight as I can. There we go. Nice and loose. Another what we're gonna see. Good look at it. Okay. Well, we can use this side to test it. Ooh, that's not good. How about now? Is that loose? Yep, we're good on that one. All right. So now, we got one more that's mangled right here. Let's give that one a shot and see what it does. It's slightly sticky. There we go. Only one slight delay is it can't be too badly bent. Okay. All right, so that was the last one. So now it is time. Oh, my hand, it's a little sore. So now I got all of them. All these are straight. They're ready to roll. So what you want to do is you want to put them all in order, putting them back in. You don't want to just like put it together not in order, because you can rebend stuff. So I'm just gonna make sure we got her. I'm gonna try to. Sometimes it can be a pain to keep them perfectly straight, but if you can get them enough where they. So let's get number one in. Okay. There's number one, number two in. Number three. Well, I might look like I'm like a little worried of knocking anything loose as I'm trying to keep them in perfect order right now, and I don't want to bump them out of place. Come on, we're almost there. Okay. So far we're looking pretty good. I think this thing's gonna actually work. Pressure, that's right. Then they press up and then that. Yeah, that's correct. I'm just making sure that I'm putting the rods in the right order, because rods don't go downwards on top of the shafts, they go underneath the shafts. Underneath, like, underneath this little, see that little pin right there? The little, here I'll use my tweezers. The little shaft, it would go underneath there and it would push up on that, not in front. Because in front would be downwards, so it would be the wrong way. So you gotta make sure they're behind the shaft. I hope this thing works. I'm doing my honest best to keep this in the right exact order. Okay, is that one? I'm doing my best to get them all in perfectly right now. We're getting closer and closer. I know I'm doing this a little slower than normal. And the reason for that is I'm trying to keep them in the right position and in the right pattern at all times necessary. And then afterwards we'll assemble the base side and then we'll start working on the reeds. And I'll now what this accordion was good for is a project accordion, but then when I found out, oh, this is all that's wrong with it, then I thought, well, why not make a good YouTube video and do my best to get it up and running? Because there's a big chance that this accordion goes this way, will run really well, and problems after not only the bass side. We need tweezers again. Trying to keep this in the exact right position so I can set the key in there perfectly. There we go. You know, and it can get pricey fixing accordions, but if it's the right person looking at them, it's worth it, worth the money. So if you do spend $1,000 on getting an accordion fixed, if it's the right person looking at it, then that $1,000 is well worth the money. It can cost $1,000 to $2,000 just to fix the bass side buttons on an accordion. But usually it doesn't cost that much to fix a 24 bass. It would cost something around $100 to $200 to do that. And that's making sure everything's perfect, nothing sticks, it all works good. The reeds, fixing reeds costs a lot more money. So I just found one that hasn't been straightened. I don't know how this one snuck its way in, but let me show you what I'm talking about. It's really mangled. This was that mangled one I was showing you. Okay, that's all right, I'll straighten it. Ew, this thing is definitely bent up, mangled a bit. Mm-hmm. Let's just put it in there, move it back and forth and see if it is loose. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so I straighten it out. It's pretty good. Again, gotta make sure these are all in the right order. It's in the perfect order right now. All right, so I have the pins all nice and straight ready, so I'm gonna continue now putting them in. So if I don't talk a whole lot while doing this, I'm really just trying not to, bugger anything up. All right, first half done. Second half is, it's time to start on my second half of the buttons. Okay. This accordion's quite easy to fix the bass side on because why it's so easy is because it's only a 24 bass. They could still be tricky though. Don't get me wrong on there. They can be very tricky. Okay. just I'm good at taking things apart and putting things back together. That's, you know, and good at cleaning things too. So I could recover this accordion really easily. If it needs new reeds, which I'm sure it does, I can replace those. So, you know, had that one the wrong way for a second, like it was flipped this way when it should have been this way, so I just corrected that. Okay, so after this last button, they have 3 regular shafts, and I'll show you what they look like. These are those regular shafts to put in, and then we can start putting screws back in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this up here, and you're gonna see how many of those buttons I got back in. See all those? There's 2 rows right there. So now I grab this one. No, I'm thinking right. They go this way. They all do. I'm pretty certain they all go that way. I'm not liking this. Why? Okay, give me a sec here. What on earth? That's why. It's just slightly bent. So all I do, it's even slightly bent right there. Okay. I'm just making certain. So this one here, this shaft needs to be straightened a little bit. Okay. All right, we're gold. So I had to do a little bit of adjustments there. And you know what? Having to do that, that's perfectly fine. You want to make sure everything's good. So some of these, I'm pretty sure this one goes the same way here. Are you gonna be another one that does that? Ooh, yeah, I'm not liking that. Yeah, here's another one. Needs help. How about the adjustment to the line? That's lined up, but oops has happened with right here. So I just gotta twist that a little bit. It's still not happy. Where are you getting not happy? Is it right here? How about now? Nope, it's definitely still not. Now? Okay. give that a try. See what that does there. Still no good. That's no good. How about here, if I straighten that out a little bit? That might be a little far. We got one that's being a little bit of trouble. It's a little loose. Oop. See what I mean? Some of them will pop out if you're not real careful. That one was fine. It just had to be put back in. So I'm just trying to see what's going on here, because just got to keep taking your time. Okay, so that's don't want to do that too many times, but what I do want to do is try that almost looks perfectly straight, but something how about that? Is that oh, I'm getting better results. Starting to get better results. So once it's in here, okay. Just drop my pliers, it's all good. Just my pliers, just these guys. That's the only ones I dropped. Yeah, there we go. Nice and loose. Beautiful. Okay, I just got it. All right, so we got one more here. Hopefully this one isn't bent too. I mean, it probably is, because this whole thing had quite a bit of bent shafts. It's not bad, but it is slightly bent right here. I'm seeing what it is. This one's slightly. How's that now? Oh yeah, nice and easy. Okay. And there we are. The whole left side is back together. So I'm just gonna close my pliers. We won't need the pliers anymore. Okay, you guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tilt the camera a little bit here, so you'll be able to see me easier. So now, and the nice thing is you can still see the buttons here. So I got all the buttons restored. Everything's good. It's at least a lot nicer shape than it was before. Because before, what I want to do is I want to put this upper one on here. Because that's where the most likely ones are that are going to try to... Okay, yeah. And then we use my handy dandy nail file to thread in these screws. Now, somewhere I have a little mini what I want to do is just put one in there. I'm gonna do this the best way that I can think of for this. Okay, accordion. So what I like to do is I'll line this up as good as possible. Just like so. And now, with these in, guess what can't fall out? The buttons can't come apart on you. Because, well, simple. You have the screws in. That one's in there nicely. And before, all these shafts were bent. I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm thinking about right now? I'm noticing something. Let's just use my little nail file and push all those up. That's why, this is why you really, remember how I said, yep, that's what happened. So remember how I said let's say the little pin comes out like that. Remember how I said the rods that push up go like this? They actually go on top. Because then what's gonna happen is the pieces, those shafts, when the piece is pushing up on those shafts, unless I'm wrong, and I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong, let me have a look at the accordion's base side that's still together. See if it has a similar idea. No, different. But I can almost guarantee you, what I should be getting is I should be pushing up on the bottom pins here, and these should stay up. Well, let me just try something. Maybe I am right. Nope. Nope, they are not springing back. Okay, so I gotta take these screws out. See, that's why I didn't thread them in all the way. Really carefully. Now that we know all our shafts are straight, everything will be fine, you guys. Like, it's not gonna be a problem. So it's very simple. I just go through back every single shaft and I just switch the rods, the little pins, from going underneath to going on top. And then I just put the accordion back together and, oh, excuse me. Then we'll be all set, okay? So, I didn't realize that at first. I was thinking that they went like that because, you know, they were buggered up before. But that's not the way they go. So let's go like that. Yeah, see, I'm right. I'm right. They have to be in on top, not underneath. No wonder they weren't working. So, what I'm just doing is, I might be going a little slower, but I'm just trying to make sure, just like last time. Oh, wrong one. Come on. Easy. Again, sorry if I'm quiet. I'm just trying to keep myself concentrated right on these because I don't want to bugger them up in any way necessary, because believe it or not, on a 24 bass, this is still a lot of work. And I want to make sure my job is very well done, because this accordion probably will sound pretty good the way it is now. It's just, it'll sound better with some new reeds. It's the right side is pretty good. It's not the right side, it's the left side. All on the bass side. almost at the halfway mark. And I just hit the halfway mark. All right. So there's a halfway mark. Roll in like that. That one's in like that. This middle one here, is this one correct? Let's go underneath. That one's underneath. This one's on top. This one is not right. There we go. That one's now right. Okay, right, correct, wrong. Right here is wrong. Now it's corrected. Wrong. Now that one's corrected. And this last button one. And that one's corrected. Okay, now we just got these three. They're very simple to recorrect. One like that. Now what we can hope for. Okay, I got them all corrected. All right. One here that's being a little bit stubborn. Why won't this one push in all the way? That's just the way it's supposed to be. That one's fine. I'm pretty sure that's just the way it is. There's one that's, if you look at it, there's one here, and this one's like this. So one here, and this one's just slightly down like that, but I'm pretty sure that's normal. So the main thing we want, we just want the accordion to be in playable condition, right? So and for it to be in playable condition, all the buttons gotta be in the right order. They gotta be not bent. All the shafts have to be nice and straight. That could be what's wrong with that single one there, is the shaft is just slightly could be slightly bent. Now, beside me here, I got a bunch of reeds, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use some of the bass side reeds for the left side on the little accordion that I have here. probably what's wrong with this longer one, right? It's supposed to push up. No, that's just the way it is. Okay. That's fine. That's cool. I respect that. I fully respect that. So what I'm now doing is threading in our screws here. We got one that seems a little bit, not too loose, but loose enough to tell that this has definitely been messed with before. Yep. Well, I like that one. That one let me tighten it pretty good in there. So we're getting there, you guys. We're getting there. I really, really hope that these things actually actually work. At least better, they'll work better than they did before, but I'm hoping they actually work, where I can actually play the accordion and not have them stick. But this is a big step from what it was before. All right. So this one's a little bit sticky. This is where I can now, I see one that's slightly sticky. It's not bad. So what I'm gonna do, have a good look at it. That's the one that's sticky. Why is this one sticking like that? That's better. It's not anymore. I fixed it. So now, what I'm gonna do is go like this and keep them out like that. Grab our accordion. Oh, it's actually not that bad. I've had heavier accordions. So now you can see they're back in like that. You wanna carefully. All right. Oh, that's not good. What in the world is happening here? Look at that. Why? Doesn't make any sense though. What is going on? Why? Okay. So what we're gonna do is, as you can see, I'll do it again. Our buttons are not springing back up. Those are perfectly fine. I put them in the right order. I remember doing that. So, okay, so we're gonna get my flathead. We are gonna screw these screws back in. I'm gonna take those screws back out of there while this block is still in place. Okay, I'm gonna have to use tweezers here. And this is what I mean, like someone has been into this accordion. The person at the antique shop that sold this, the guy that brought it in and sold it to the antique shop, opened it up, tried to fix the left side thinking it would be easy, and ended up damaging it more. So, you know, the antique shop guy didn't pay too much for it, but you have to make profit on, oops. What you pay for something, you have to make profit, so it has to be sold double what it was paid for. So, I mean, it is what it is. All right, well, I did everything correct, I'm pretty certain. We're gonna do something. We're gonna try something, you guys. And hopefully that something brings this accordion back to life. But there's one thing we know. Those shafts that were bent are not bent anymore. They're straight. So that's what we want, is straight shafts, right? So, yeah. What we want is these screws to be in fairly tight, or the accordion will actually leak real badly, because these holes go all the way through to the other side of the interior of the accordion, so air will leak through this if these screws are not tightened quite right. So we're just making sure that these screws are actually in there. There, that's in there nicely. Okay. So now I get to have the fun So let's push all these back through again. Let's I'm not liking what I'm seeing. See how low these are and how high these ones are? Yeah, that's really not okay. All right, get this little guy. Time to take some screws out. Okay. So I'm gonna do some, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a look at our shafts and see what's going on. The shafts that come straight up, because something there is just not right. And we're gonna try to readjust everything and see if I can make this accordion work. Because the way it's acting right now is if there's no spring to any of the buttons, and it's not, it shouldn't be acting like that at all. Trying to get this one little screw out. I'll have it out in a sec. There we go. So we have an issue. So we're a lot farther than what we were though, because before, remember, we had issues with the accordion, the buttons, they were jammed down and they wouldn't spring back and forth. Well, these are loose, but you can push them back and forth. So now they're all nice and straight, and they're all bent, as you could see before, and they're not bent anymore. No more bends. So okay, now I'm gonna try. I really don't know what's gonna happen. I wonder. It can't be right though. But I just got an idea. They're not springing back, right? But those are still not okay. Well, I'm gonna try taking one of these out. I'm gonna see something here. Those pressed down. So what if that would work? But what's happening is, I think it's supposed to be like this. No, I'm right. I'm absolutely right. They're supposed to be like that. So something here isn't adding up. I'm trying to see what's going on. This one definitely is not. If you put these shafts behind, what happens if I put the shaft like this behind the piece? Still not. See, it's not pressing. I'm pretty certain what's happened here is doesn't hurt to try. Let's give it a try. Let's put them all reversed. I honestly don't see that making a difference because I can't. Yeah, no, it has to be the way I had it because the way I have it, you can push up on the piece, so we have to this accordion has more problems than what I thought it would. So what's happening here, let's get all these buttons up. We're having issues with shafts, so it's almost as if I'm just looking at it like, why that's in the right screw holes, so what's going on? Why? It can't go the other way, because if it goes the other way, then it won't screw in. So, we have ran into a real big problem. So, what is happening here? Why are some of these just loose? Like this one right here. What's up with this one? Why is it doing that? Why is this one? But then if it pushes, which one is that one right here? Which keys? What I'm trying to understand is why why isn't the okay, let's take these screws out once again. There has got to be a reason why the base will not meet up with the something's not right. Something's just not adding up. Okay, well, we're a lot closer than what we were. So let's get this button assembly back out. I have to have something wrong, because why else would these not work? Well, there's got to be a reason why it doesn't want to. I'm pretty sure that's correct. But if I look at these, where was I? Oh, right here. And now I put that there. I'm seeing some stuff, okay? So the keys, okay, I know what's going on. I found out what's going on, you guys. So, okay. So our shaft ones, the pins have to go behind, and then the button ones, the pins go in front. Oops, there's that pattern. Remember the pattern I was talking about earlier? That's it. So, okay, at least now I know what I'm doing. Okay, so our pins, these guys. All I'm interested right now in is just, come on, straighten out. Okay. That was a close call. Uh, Is that one right? Yep. Here I'm wondering what's wrong with the accordion. And I find out the shafts, they're supposed to be a certain way, are actually wrong. So here's why the keys are, that one seems right, correct? That one goes underneath. Oh, never mind. No, it ain't. Or wait, yeah, it was. I had that one fixed. Yeah, great. Pretty certain I'll have a look at the ones back here. Oh, no, I was right. That one's wrong. So I'll put that back. You get confused when you're working with so many accordions and so many different buttons that you confuse yourself. Front there. Okay. There's another buggered up one. I'm wondering why they're bent over, like not bent, like bent as needing to, as like actual bent, but just like turned over the wrong way. Goes in like that. Let's bring this back up. Let's have a look here. Those actually come up. Come on. That goes down like that. So let's analyze. That one's there, there. That one's cracked. That one's right. That one's right. That one is right. That one's right. That one's also right. That one is right and right. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to get this accordion out of my way. Okay. To get the actual accordion out of here, because it's gonna get in the way. All right. Next job. All right, let's get this dealt with. So now what we need is our actual button ones. We need to have a look here. So those go underneath. So those goes in. Oh, cripe, that was close. So those go there like that. Okay, let's have a look at our pieces here. So those go on the top half. So if those go on the top half, or these go under the underneath. So where's this one? Oh, okay. Is that right? That doesn't seem right. No. No. Yeah. So, those go on the top half. The button parts, if I can get it. It's picking on me a little bit. Now when I'm pressing this, what am I having happen? So we got some messed up ones. So let's leave it like this. We got ones on the top, going up in the top. So one. Is that right? I'd say that's correct, like that. Can you see how these buttons are higher up now? This is right. I'm doing the right job now. Do that with all our buttons. Oh, don't you dare. Ah, no. I'm looking at our pins here. He's trying to pull a good one, a fast one with me. Not happening. Not pulling no fast one with me. See, that's what I'm talking about with patterns and stuff like that. These go in an exact specific way. It has to be just right or it won't work. So in this one, I'm looking at is already set. It looks like. So now what you want to do is just we still have one that's sort of being a problem here. Why? That goes on the top. Oh, that's why. No, they go underneath. They do go underneath. I know they do. That has to be right. Oh. They need to be underneath, not on top. That's what's happening here. See how they're a little bit longer now? Okay, so those are on top. The ones that are longer are cracked, the ones that are shorter are probably... Oh, that one's underneath, isn't it? Wait a minute, that one's underneath. Why is that one? Okay, well, we can still give it a try. That one's underneath. Wait, that one's underneath. We'll try this. I mean, it's worth a shot. Ah, don't want that falling out. What in the world? Why? What is going on? That's what's going on. That's what's going on. What in the world is happening? Okay, now I'm definitely confused on this. Why am I getting trouble? What is wrong here, man? How on earth? Okay, where's the other ones? They're pushing up on there. So what's going on here? Why? I thought I had them pretty good. world is going on? No, I want you to be underneath. Okay. I think what's happening is the ones that aren't all underneath here, we gotta fix them so they are all underneath. That one's actually right. Or no, it's not. Or wait a minute, yeah, it is. One there to there to there, that's right. And we got one here, here and there. There and there. One there, and one here. Okay. That one's right. No, that's right. That one's right. That one's correct. That one's right here. That one's right. That one. Here and here and here. That one on there. Yeah, they all check out so far. So, alright. So, what should happen now is they should be in the right. That should be correct. If that's not correct, I don't know what is, because I had them in the exact right order when I took them out. So but the left side either way, when I first opened this up, was defective. So it's still, let's see if it's still defective, or if maybe I lucked out and I got it this time. Careful. Don't worry, I didn't drop none of the bass sides are mixed up yet. I almost mixed them up. That was a close call. I just gotta lift up my this time. Please. Oh, there's one that's not working. Okay, why aren't you working? Okay, we got one broken one here, and it's not actually broken. I know what's wrong with it. Okay guys, I think I got it. I think I got it this time. They're all... Okay. I think we're thumbs up this time. Why I'm saying I think is I haven't tested it yet. But they're definitely wanting to pop back out, so I better... be as quick as I can with these screws. And then after this, I just don't want this springing out of place now that I got the job well done. This does take a while, you guys. We yet still have our reeds to look at. As what I want to do is give it a half decent bass, because the bass is what sounds off in a bunch of the keys. So what I do is I just try to match as good as I can, match the reeds up, and then I just unglue the one with the honey wax and rosin. You never use super glue to glue down the reeds to the blocks. You have to use honey wax and rosin or resin. So let's get this all back together so it doesn't end up flying apart and getting mixed up. Some of these accordions can be a true pain to try to fix. But for me, you know what, I don't mind working on this stuff. It'll take me a while, of course, but sometimes it pays off. Like this accordion's gonna pay off. It's gonna work. Very certain it's gonna work. I hope it is gonna work, because that amount of work I just alone put into fixing the bass on this with the buttons. That was, let's see, an hour and 52 minutes. 1 hour and 52 minutes just trying to get the bass side perfect for the mechanics. So we're almost there. And then yet, on top of that, then I'm going to be working on the reeds on the left side, not the right side. The right side reeds are pretty good. It's only the left side that needs a little bit of TLC. So I'm just tightening our little delicate screws. Okay. All right, so now we got a couple more, some more screws here that I'm gonna put in place. And hopefully after I'm done assembling this, at least the base side will be back up and running. And we'll see if we have any flying screws, you guys. So the one of those screws being a bit of a pain. Just trying to get it back over in the spot. Right. And grab it. There we go. Oops. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, there's that one. We're almost there for just the mechanics. And then I got some, what I'm using is wax from another accordion, which already has the rosin in it. So now I can just use that, melt that, and use that to seat the new replacement reeds. You don't want too low pitch reeds, or then the right side won't match with the bass side and it won't sound right. So you want to make sure they're the right ones, you know. Okay, so we want to try to you want to tighten those fairly tight because we want to air seal the accordion. I have a very good feeling I'm going to press down on those keys. Now that I did all that work, I'm going to press down on the keys and it's going to work. So I'm just tightening those screws fairly good. Okay, I don't want to overkill it, because if you overkill it, then that can cause hiccups that are very hard to fix. All right, that's in there nice and solid. So now, the moment of truth, you guys. I'll put this sideways so you can see the buttons. Check that out. They're pressing. That one's a little... Okay. I'm just trying to see right here. So, what I do So we're thumbs up on the left side for the mechanics. So now I'll see if those screws are gonna fit. Okay, so we just want to put our little air release piece here. Okay, so that took about close to a couple hours just on the, let's see, what time is it now? Yeah, just in about a minute it'll be 2 hours of working on the mechanics. Oh yeah, perfect. Oh nice, yeah, they're fitting. These will work. As the other accordion was pretty close to the exact same, close to the same instrument. It was also a honer, but it was so beat up. Now this is a box type honer, 24 bass. So don't want to over tighten these screws. Oh, the screws are still, I thought I didn't put them all in. They're right here. Again, same idea. Okay, and now this thing comes over, our little strap. Let's see, hopefully it does. Let's see if I can make this guy fit. I'll try putting it on the front here. Come on, you're so close. I hope this is gonna work. I'm trying, you guys, I'm trying my best here. Okay. So this is gonna work. Yep, that's gonna thread in. The other honer that I was working on was from the 50s and this is from the 30s, but the little screws and stuff are pretty much the same. Okay, so as you can see, that's nice and solid. I got that piece back on there. You can see where the two screws are, sorry. Two screws are. And then you can see where I added those other screws in each corner there. So now, something's not right. Notice something? Why is that making noise? Okay, we're gonna run into a problem right now. Just as everything was. Okay, we're still having a problem. Okay, we got a bass side issue. Okay. Great, so you know what that means? We gotta unscrew it again, so I'm gonna do it from the other side here. All right, so guess what? We're still working on the bass side. So mechanics. Now we're having found a so we got a sticking valve that's not oh boy, the fun of finding problems, right? Lots of problems, but we're a lot farther than what we were before, because before everything was jammed except for that one row. And the ones that were still sticking up, besides the one upper row, those other ones that were sticking up, they were all jammed. They wouldn't press down. And then the other ones were just stuck. And that was because of all those bent rods. So we're gonna have a look at the little lifter that's allowing the, we're gonna try to readjust that so it's not leaking out noise like that. It's not supposed to make noise unless you're actually playing it. And honestly, we got a hiccup. That's a hiccup. That's not good. It might have, you know, it might be, I'm pretty sure it's just one of the valves is slightly stuck. All right, let's take this off again. That's this one here. So right here, what we want to do, when it's going to get stuck like that, I might need a little bit bigger of a flathead or something like that. Okay. Notice how it's still somewhat sticky. I'm going to stick this screwdriver through this little crack and now we got never mind. That was the right side. That was the right side doing that. Okay, so what we do, lift up, put that through. So it's getting stuck once again. sticking. So this one right here is causing it to get stuck. Why is that one pushing down? I'm not liking this, you guys. We're getting sticking parts that aren't very... Why is this one having problems? Okay. 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 Now we're thumbs up. Okay. Okay. Let's put it together and let's give it a try and see if it actually... So it may have been the other accordion where the reeds in this one in the left side actually, I think why they sounded so messed up, matter of fact I don't think it, I know it, is because of all those damaged bass buttons. So it might actually be okay. So let's put it together now. And it has officially been an hour and 72 minutes. So past 2 hours now. Hour and 72 minutes since I've been working on just this mechanics on the bass. Okay. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If you like this video, smash the like button. I hope everybody's having a good day. Good morning, good night, good afternoon. And I hope this video helps you repair your accordion, if you have one that needs some repair. Now this old let's say 1925 to 1930s accordion is back up to playable condition. So now I need these parts. This is the original panel and screws. Okay. Just trying to get my hands on the I'm pretty certain it was the reeds on the left side of one of the accordions, because I had another one that I just used for parts, and I know there's definitely left side reeds on that one that were gone. You can sort of smell in this one a little bit of moisture damage, but it wasn't bad enough to destroy the instrument. Okay, you guys, let's put this thing on. And let's see what she sounds like now that I fixed the bass side to the point of its condition. Okay, hey guys. So let's keep testing this. So yeah, she's all fixed. Ready to go back to the owner. So it's an hour and 85 in total with repairing the bass side, mechanics and everything, and then testing out the accordion. Okay, you have a good one.